Welcome to the EmpowerHer Wellness Podcast. I'm Morgan, and I'm thrilled to be your host and wellness coach as we navigate the path to a healthier, more confident you. As the owner of Get Fit With Me, I bring years of experience in personal training, nutrition, and coaching to each episode. Join me as we explore practical tips and strategies for fitness, nutrition, mindset, and more, all tailored for busy women just like you. Let's empower your wellness journey and achieve lasting transformation together. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of the EmpowerHer Wellness Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Morgan Ekovich, and I've got a question for you today. So it's kind of a four-parter, but I want you to think about these four things I'm going to say, and I really want you to think about the last time you've done any of these, or even just one of them. So first one, when was the last time you ran? Not like a light jog, like you actually ran. I don't care if it was for 5 seconds or 5 hours. When was the last time you ran? Number 2, when was the last time you all out sprinted as freaking fast as you absolutely can go? Like, I'm going to run as fast as I can. I don't care if it's for 5 seconds or 5 minutes. When was the last time you lifted heavy to the point where that last rep, it's going up? You're like pressing it, either if it's a chest press or an overhead press or a bicep curl or a squat, but you're in that last one and you can't even do it. That is how heavy that weight is, that we are going to failure. When was the last time you did that? Or when was the last time you lifted something that you honestly did not think you could have lifted, that when you started, you had no thought of like, oh, I have no business to try to lift this? When was the last time you did any of these? One of them, all of them, maybe 2 out of the 4. When was the last time? So as we think about, this topic was sparked because I got thinking. I started doing interval runs and sprints probably a couple weeks ago now. It's probably been longer than that. It's funny how time flies, but at least once a week, I'm going out. I start with a 5-minute warm-up. I do intervals like we talked about at the beginning of May, some of those interval runs that I was telling you about. And I'm running for 2 minutes and I'm walking for a minute 10. Really, a minute 10 is because I screwed up my interval timer and I keep forgetting to change it. But I run for 2 minutes, and it's not a fast run, but it's a run. My heart rate's getting up. I'm breathing heavier. But then I've been ending each one with sprinting. Like, dangerous part is, have you seen the sidewalks in Michigan currently? Please be very careful. So kind of scary to be sprinting on the sidewalks depending on where you're at, but I've been sprinting. I don't care if I last 5 seconds or if I'm able to go all the way to the straightaway where I've set my mind to going. I am keeping that fast sprinting pace. And it was one of those that then made me think about a social post that I had seen. And it was, I've seen it by a few different moms, and I love it. And I just think it's a really great reminder of what is our actual goal in life. What is our actual goal in life when it comes to taking care of our health? Yes, we all want to look good. Yeah, we want to be strong. We want to be toned. We want to be defined. We want to be the best looking version of ourselves. Don't get me wrong. I 100% know that we have that thought process in our mind and that we want that. And it's not bad to want that. But really, why do you want to be able to be active? Why do you want to be able to lift something heavy? Why are you training? Why are you taking care of yourself? Yes, aesthetics is one thing, but what is that deeper reasoning? Is it because you had a family member die of a heart attack way too early in life and you know that you need to take care of yourself? Is it because you have kids and you're seeing that they're no longer 15 pounds, that they're getting closer to 20, 25, 30, 40 pounds, and you still want to be able to lift them when they ask you to pick them up? Is it because there has been a situation in either your life or somebody you know or you've heard about where you're like, I need to be able to grab my kid and run as fast as freaking possible, or be able to push somebody out of the way? Is there something else to why we want to stay active and healthy. And these 4 questions made me start to think about the why. And I always go back to my older clients, my clients in their 80s, my clients in their 90s. And one of my main things for me, like when I look at my life and what I am doing now, the reason I stay active, there's multitude of reasons, but the reason I stay active is I want to be able to live in my house independently when I am 90. That we don't need a bunch of help aids to get me up and down off the couch or off the toilet or in and out of bed. I want to be strong enough to be able to navigate a fulfilled life at 90. Right now, I want to be able to keep up with my nanny kids when they want to play volleyball and basketball, and I get my butt handed to me because I don't play sports like that anymore. But that cardio portion, I went out and I was playing with the oldest. It's probably been a while now. And I remember feeling so out of breath. One, the fact that he's a better shooter than me. Luckily, I still have some height on him, so I'm able to block a few balls. But like cardio wise, I'm not used to that cutting, that jolting, that moving from one to the other. And I want to be able to go out when he wants me to throw a football or play basketball. I want to be able to go out and do that. I want to be able to play volleyball with her and know, like, hey, if we're on the grass, I can still get down and get back up if we do a dive, or be able to put my hands above my head. And it sounds so simple because, okay, I'm 30. Yes. These are all things that most 30-year-olds can still do. But I'm going to tell you what, without adding in regular exercise, your body is more achy. It's stiff. You could have more injuries. And if I'm out there and I wasn't active like I am now, and I went out and it's like, oh yeah, let's go play some basketball, I can tell you what, my ankle, my knee, something is flopping and going the wrong direction, and I'm going to be sore. And those are just like two ends of the spectrum. So the point of today's episode, and we're keeping it really brief, is I want you to think about your why. Aesthetics aside, pant size aside, number on that scale aside, what is the real reason that you move your body today? That you started moving your body a year ago, 5 years ago, 25 years ago? What are you wanting to do? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to be able to still put your suitcase up in the overhead bins? I've got a client that I worked with, and she does a lot of traveling, and that was one of our goals, was making sure that she could still get that carry-on suitcase up above in that overhead bin. Do you know how many people ask for support at all ages? Because yes, one, we pack those bags way too dang heavy. I'm going to tell you what, all of us who think we have carry-ons and we're like, we're doing ourselves justice, just check the bag. It's way too heavy. Our travel agent would probably tell us differently. But I am saying that like bags are really heavy. They're awkward. They're cumbersome. Also, after a long flight or even a short flight, you're in those small, tiny seats. What happens is your body tightens, and then you go to grab it, and then you're like, oh crap, I just pulled my back. Real life experience from somebody I know. They grabbed something, they twisted after a really long flight, and they pulled their back out for their trip. Like, and yes, they were moving their body, but they weren't strength training and working on the flexibility. They were doing unprogrammed workouts. So yes, number one, move your body. That is number one goal. But number two, have some sort of structure. If you want to still be able to carry your groceries in from the car on your own, you guys have seen my house. I have to bring them in. I have to, my office, which is our entryway, I have to take them up all those stairs into the kitchen. And when I do it, I don't like to take multiple trips. So part of the reason I do farmer's carries and suitcase carries is so I can carry those really heavy grocery bags that, because they're reusable, I fill them way too damn heavy every single time. But it's one of those things I want to be able to do. I want to be able to help move us when we move again, whenever that time comes. I want to be able to continue to lift up the kids and be able to be like, oh yeah, here, let me help you grab something, or grab things out of the top cabinets. How many people do you know cannot even reach up into those top cabinets anymore, and we've had to rearrange the kitchen as they've gotten older? I really want today's episode for you to start thinking, and if you don't have a why other than to feel skinnier, to feel lighter, to lower that scale, to have a smaller, if you don't have a why other than that, that may be one of the things that is holding you back. Because that is a short-term feeling and achievement. But being able to look back at life and say, I was able to do every single thing I wanted to because my body allowed me to, because I took care of my body, because I moved my body, because I fueled my body in the right way, because I managed my stress and I got my sleep and I took care of it. That is an accomplishment that creates memories. And I want you guys to have those memories. I want you to be able to say hell yes to things you want to do and not be like, oh, I can't. It's not something that's feasible. I want to, when somebody says, hey, do you want to go do a 5K with me on Saturday? And you're like, well, if I walk it, is that okay? And they're like, yeah, you can say yes because you feel confident enough to do that. So we're gonna wrap up today's episode like this. Think back to what are some of those reasons why you are moving your body, why you are taking care of yourself, that deep down why. I just gave you a ton of examples. Your reasoning can be the same as mine. It can be totally different, but it needs to be something deep down. And I highly recommend you sharing it. Send me a message. You can share it with me or share it with somebody in your life and say, hey, I'm noticing that I'm putting a lot of my exercise and nutrition for the result of being smaller. Really, if I'm honest with myself, yes, that is what I want, but I also want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And that's why I'm really moving my body. That's what's going to keep you going when motivation is low. That's what's going to keep you going. It is so easy to look at somebody else who is older who cannot do it and say, oh my gosh, I don't want to be like that. I want to be active. Take that on and be active. Move your body. Take care of yourself. You deserve to have every single memory you want to have and not let your body hold you back from it. So with that, remember, when was the last time you ran? When was the last time you sprinted? When was the last time you lifted something heavy to failure? And when was the last time you lifted something you thought you had no business in lifting? If you haven't done any of those in more than a year, it's time for you to start doing those. Once again, I don't care if it's a long period of time, short period of time. I don't care if it's all the time or just every once in a while. Start doing things that are hard. Because you start doing things now that are hard, it makes life easier later on. We all know this. So if you want help being pushed in a gentle, reaffirming accountability, but also, hey, come on, I know you can do this kind of way. Reach out to me. My email is in the show notes, morgan@getfitwithme-morganekovich.com. Or find me on Facebook, send me a message and say, Morgan, I'm ready to do hard things. I want some support because you matter. Your memories matter. You being able to do hard things, it's a mindset thing. You can do it. I know you can. So until next week, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in to the EmpowerHer Wellness Podcast. I hope you found today's episode inspiring and packed with actionable tips. Remember, your journey to becoming the strongest, most confident version of yourself is just beginning. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode and join our community of empowered women. Until next time, stay strong and stay confident.